Morning and happy Friday. I can't believe it's already Friday. It's just like, wow, like where is time? Like, and I can't believe we haven't had a single day of sun this week, which is annoying. But anyway, so as you can see, I'm showing up a little bit more live. Good morning, Anita. And it's because, of course, I am launching at the end of the month and I want you guys to see me and learn from me and gain all value and all these beautiful things. So today we're going to talk about the 3 things to do before you actually go live. So that the 3 things that I did before I went live yesterday and the day before. So I'm not a big believer of being spontaneous. Now, I do go live at times in my Facebook group out of the blue just because I feel like it. And I agree that your videos should not be overly scripted, over rehearsed, but it's always a very good idea. Good morning, Sarah, to have a plan in place. And the reason for that is that if you do have a plan, then you won't get distracted. You will run through exactly everything that you want to say. You won't baff around and waste time, and you won't lose the key message and key component that you want to tell your followers. Because sometimes it does happen that you're just like, oh, you know what? Like, I'm just going to talk. And you start talking and going out of topic. And then your followers just like, what the fuck is she talking about? And then your followers come to see you because they want to know you and they want to know the value that you give them. Good morning, Lindsay. So it's always good to have an idea of how long your live stream will last, the 3 main key points that you want to talk about. Now, aside from this, what you want to check is if the background is distracting, all right? Because if it is distracting, if everything is a mess, then you will not be seen as somebody that actually cares about the environment and that background, and that does not look good on you. You need to check whether your audio is clear, and that's why I've got headphones on, so then it goes straight to my mouth and the audio is clear. Is your camera steady? Now, I would like to show it to you right now, but I do have a standing thing for the phone. And of course, is your video well lit? I do have a light right in front of me. Now, those are the basic things that I want you to take a look at when you go live. All right. Those are the basics. That goes for every single live that you're doing, every single reel that you're doing, every single story that you do, every time that you show up on Instagram. Those are the things that need to be done. Now, let's talk about the 3 extremely important things that you need to do before going live. Number 1, it is all about the message. So the true power of social media is you being able to deliver a message. So the number 1 way to be more confident on social media and on Instagram is to remember that it's not as much what you look like in that exact moment, but is what you are telling your followers and how you care for the people in your community and how you show up for them, how you're consistent with them. So being comfortable with the camera starts from knowing exactly what your message is going to be. So what do you want to tell your followers? Like today, I thought, okay, so what do I want to tell my followers? 3 things to do before going live. Do I want to talk about confidence? Do I want to talk about the practical side of things? Or do I want to give them value that is actionable straight away? Number 3, because that's how I usually work. So before coming on live this morning, I was like, okay, I want to give my followers exact value that they can start implementing there and then. So step number 2 is very connected to step number 1, but is to know your audience. Now, before you go live, you need to know who you are speaking to. and why you're doing what you do. So I want you to quickly sit down as soon as this live is over and write down who you're trying to reach and why. And the reason for that is because every single live that you do must be connected to solving a pain point that your ideal client has. Is it to save more time, save more money, to go on, show up more confidently? What is your ideal client's needs? What are their wants? What do they need in that moment? Because when you know exactly who you're talking to, then it's easier because you're talking directly to them. It's like you're having one person in front of you on the live and you're just talking to them. And it's like Anita's there. So Anita's always here. I love Anita. So Anita's like, and I'm talking to Anita and I know exactly what Anita does. So by all means, get to know all your followers, because it's so important for you to know all your followers. I know what Lindsay does. I know what Anita does. I can speak to them directly because I've got to know them. I've got to message them. I've got to create a connection to them. And that is the third thing that you need to do before going live, which is include a personal story. So I want you to think about a personal story that connects to what you're about to say in the live. So the first time that I went live was years and years ago, but I was terrified. I was okay with stories and I was okay with posts and I was okay with videos. And at that time, I used to be a health coach. So I would do fitness videos and I was okay with getting recorded and posting the fitness videos. And then at one point, my coach at the time pushed me to go live. And I was like, I'm not going live. Like, what if I screw up? What if I don't know what to say? What if I just like, what if my brain freezes and I'm just like, what the fuck do I say now? And I was so terrified, so terrified. And I remember that it was a closed group. So I was like, okay, you know what? It's just a closed group. So I can try and go live. And I clicked on the live, all right? So I was like, okay, click on it. And my heart started racing. And I think I was sweating. My palms were sweating. Everything in me was sweating. And it lasted like 3 minutes. The only thing I had to do is introduce myself. That's all I had to do. Say who I was, what I do, how I helped women lose weight. That was it. And it was just like, I turned it off and I was just like, I breathed so lightly, like literally everything in me. It took about 10 to 15 minutes to calm down. So then what I did, I was like, okay, and you know what? I need to practice more because I know that going live interacts with my audience more than anything else. And I need to practice more. So I started writing down the exact words that I wanted to say in the live. So I would write down the whole script and I would read it. That's how I started going live and gaining confidence, because in that way, I wasn't going to lose the plot. I wasn't going to be able to lose what I was going to say. It was just strict. It was written over there. I could just glance at it and then keep on going. And then I started, and I still do that, in writing the 3 key main points that I want to talk about in the live. And that's how I never lose the topic that I want to talk about. Unless I'm in my Facebook group, because in my Facebook group, I just do whatever I want. So I have the 3 main key points. I knew exactly what I was going to tell you before going in the live. And then sometimes it's right over there. I glance at it and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Now it's a time to speak about the personal story. And that's what I did. Oh, now it's a time to speak about knowing your messaging and knowing your audience. And that's what I did. So by all means, get confident with being live and do these 3 things. So it's know your message, know your audience, and include a personal story every time you go live. It doesn't have to be long. Like I'm going to cut this live right now and it's at the 10 minutes mark and that is it. But I was able to give you value that you can implement right now. So I'm going to speak to you soon. Remember that implementation is key to achieve success on Instagram. So I'll see you all very, very soon and have a wonderful day.